Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Schlage 23-030 C626. This is Schlage's full-size interchangeable core. Most manufacturers call them large format. Schlage calls it full-size, and I think that the term, and only Schlage uses the term full-size. I think that's I think it's a marketing term. I think it's a spin they've put on their interchangeable core, using the term full size to differentiate it from small format. Full size, small format. Which one would you want? Would you want full size, or you want the small format one? So I think it's a marketing term. At least that's what that's what I've come to understand. But this is their Fsic, full-size interchangeable core, and that's what a 23030 is. That part number also infers down in the part number itself that it is a member of their classic obverse keyways. I think there are 7 of them. The C in the part number tells us that it is a C keyway, that it is the most common of all of the classic obverse keyways. And the 626 tells us the face of the plug is satin chrome finish. You can order this in 626 satin chrome, and you can also order it in 606 satin brass. The 23030 is available as a 23031. Same thing. It's just not going to have the Schlage logo in the front. They do make that available, and it's unusual for us to sell them, but there are times when we certainly do sell them, and I can understand why. You might have an application where you have lots of doors, or in this client's case, cabinets, where they were taking full-size Schlage full-size cores, and the cabinets were of an exotic species of wood, finished exquisitely. Did not want to have corporate advertising on the face of the material, which I could certainly quite very well understand. So we special ordered for them the 23031 no logo face on the material. As the part number changes, so will the keyway, or the key system that will pass into the cylinder. Restricted, Primus XP, Everest, different keyways, different key systems from Schlage, but the 23030 is specifically the interchangeable core, classic obverse standard keyways. Okay, actually, I stand corrected. They apparently, according to the catalog, offer them in addition to the 2 that I've mentioned, 622, which would be black, and then 643E, which would have been a etched antique bronze, US 11, maybe the US 11E may have been what it was called once upon a time. A very popular color in the 1970s that has come back. 643E is what they're calling it. Now, the concept of Schlage interchangeable core is not unique to them, in the sense of you have a key that's a little bit longer and it pulls a blockage out of the way. And I happen to have a control key here. It's not included. The control key is a 35056. What's important to note is that the key is 1-bitted. So if we were to measure the root size of these key blanks, it would come up to, or the cut size, it would come up to be a 1 cut. If you were to pin this cylinder, you would drop all 1s into there. The reason it's not O-bitted is because if it was, you'd be able to literally turn that key and then pull it out, and you don't want that to happen. You may not be able to adequately get the control over the pin that you want when you insert the control key. If it was just O-bitted, it would just literally turn and not give you the ability to pull the pin back, and that's how that works. About a 10-15 degree clockwise turn is what's going to draw the retaining pin back in. That's how the Schlage concept works. Other manufacturers work the same way, where there's a special key that relocates the blockage so that you can insert and then pull the core out. And that's how the Schlage system works. It does so simply by having a slightly longer key. can see this, the two keys held together, flushing them off to their shoulder stops. Okay, little extra tip there that you can see. And that little extra tip is what it takes to, there is inside of here a pin that you cannot see. When that pin is raised, it's going to engage this. There's a small pin that raises to engage the larger pin. And as it engages and you turn it, it will permit that to retract. It will only turn so far as our assembly, right at the tip of my finger, will permit inside of the machined portion of the Bible of the cylinder. Okay, these are otherwise keyed or combinated the same way as all other Schlage locks or all other Schlage cylinders. You've got your threaded cap, your pin, your cap retaining pin, the spring below there. The only thing you have to be mindful of is to just keep your fingers on the ring that's here. It can all fall out and come out. There's only 3 pieces that you'll have to put back together. But as I key these, I just keep my finger on there, and as I'm pushing my plug follower in and out, cylinder plug coming in and out, I just don't let that leave the housing. I just pinch it and keep it held on. I just hold it on. Super simple in that regard. It's not top loaded. You'll just pin it to the cylinder plug itself. This is a 6-pin cylinder. They do a 7-pin in a restricted, you can do an Everest 29 R, Everest B, in a 7-pin as well. Everest B is going to be the small format. Pardon me, Everest B is going to be those keyways that would be thought of as small format. And they're available there with and without the logo for your in that Everest 29 or the Everest B family of keys, and they would be pinned the same way in terms of this, in terms of the way that you approach how to pin them. Very typical and common. 23030, that's Schlage standard. You can order this in all of the classic obverse keyways: C, E, CE, F, EF, G, FG. I think those are the 7 that are available there. There is a link below this video to a cut sheet from the manufacturer's catalog. There's also a link to a document that will allow you to see the structure, the tree of the multiplex system of the classic obverse keyways, so you can understand how those keyways work together. If you were, in a 6-pin system, you could have in a 6-pin system, in a single-step 6-pin system, you could have in a level 2 system, you would be able to accomplish 4 to the 6th power theoretical changes. Let's take a look. Which would be 4,096 theoretical change keys, which is just in a single-step system like Schlage. If you've got a top master key or a theoretical master key, you can then have in each column of each chamber 4 possibilities of other change keys. Well, a 6-pin system will be 4 to the 6th power. That's 4,096. You might have a system by which, well, that's not going to work. I need 12,000 keys. Well, the way you would accomplish that in a Schlage system is run it into a multiplex system where you could use the same bitting list on a C keyway, C section. You could run it on then the E section and then the CE section. You're probably going to, because of your expansion specification, you're probably going to add more, if you need 12,000 actual changes, you're probably going to need to approach 20,000 theoretical changes to have a 50% expansion. So you could do that by running more of the part of the multiplex structure, CE, E, EF, you see the point. You can take those bitting lists and simply copy them. The point is that the C keyway is only going to enter the C plug. The E will only enter the E plug, and then you'll use a multi-section or all-section blank above there to accomplish that. A 6-pin system before the theoreticals, before the keys are deleted out as lost to either MACs, MACS losses, or just bad keying, declining step keys, keys that have two or more very close bittings together. After you discard all of those, your actual changes will be the number that you would obviously pull from. So you can create these larger systems via multiplex. 7-pin gives you another, it'd be 4 to the 7th power, which is a much bigger number. And so consider that. It would be advantageous if you literally had that many, a need for that many changes. And I don't recall 4 to the 7th power. Yeah, that's 16,000 theoretical changes. So that really, if you could do a 7-pin system, that would be advantageous. Wouldn't give you your expansion specification, meaning how much you need to build into the system just for future expansion. But if you needed 12,000 actual changes, you could go with a C and an E, and then use only the multi-section key blank that sits above it and not have to go to the all-section key blank. Anyway, too deep into the woods on Master Keying talk for a interchangeable core cylinder. Very high quality product, very easy and smooth to key. There's no training required. Just don't leave that ring inside of there and you'll have no trouble at all. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Schlage products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Don't order these O-bitted. They won't send them O-bitted. They'll be 1-bitted because you don't want that key to pull out. Otherwise, it will simply pull out when it's inserted. Or order them randomly keyed or keyed to your specifications. There is finally a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Schlage products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Schlage? This is their part number 23-030 and a C keyway and a 626 finish or any other Schlage product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.